Hey everybody, hey guys, over my fans of YouTube. My name is David A. Me. Hey guys for my fans of YouTube. My name is David A. Clean. Episode David A. Clean or David Clean episodes. This is my channel. Sorry about it. So if if this is if this is my channel, my Pony Dave. Yeah, that's right. I'm excited to watch. Thank you guys for reaching out. 205 discovered my channel. Or for short. For short of. For short of. 250 plus 200 if you want to discover my channel. Yay, I'm so happy about this. So, yeah, I'm really excited for this. So, so today I'm here with a video. So, I'm gonna be playing this for you guys, but I'm not doing, so, I'm not doing about, so, I'm not doing, last episode of Creepypasta Stories, sorry. So, I don't like creepy, I don't like creepypasta story on my channel. Like, Blooding, for Blooding gets of Story 3, eating, and Willy Wonka Berry Tape, creepypasta story. So, yeah, I'm not talking about it. So, so today, I'm here with a video about this. Yeah, but I'm just happy guys for keep putting off about Monopoly, about Monopoly Face Magic 62 episodes. The return of Harmony by 1.2. So far, I got lesson 0 and load of clips. Yeah, finally. So, let's go to the, three, let's go to three most votes. It's it's gonna be to the hosts. So let's do of and to the hosts. So let's do of to the hosts. Jojo, the Q Parks, and made the pass by win. Exactly. I'm not doing two of reference to the songs of made the pass by win with Rubber Dash alongside for the song about Find the Pets. I'm not doing those songs, man. I'm happy with the video and episode 2. So, by the way, let's back with the video. So let's do up likes, views, likes, and video. So how many? So how many likes the message gets? Let's go ahead. 2,000 likes. Let's go to 2,000 likes in my channel. Yes, exactly. So how many views I got? I got 21,000 likes in my channel. I think it's. I mean, how? Why do you keep saying likes? I don't know. So let's do 21,000 views on YouTube. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. And how many likes am I gets? So let's do 221,000 likes to my channel. I can wait for my channel will be. So let's do 222,000 likes. So let's do 222,000 likes to my channel. I can wait for to making new videos of Thursday and Saturday. Yeah, today is Tiger Thursday, and tomorrow is Wednesday, and Thursday is gonna be one day to go. I'm gonna make my videos about it. So, by the way, back with the video. So today's video is gonna be called "Everything Great About Charlie in the Chocolate Factory Part 1", or for short, Part 2 for this. So I'm really excited to watch Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, I'm excited to watch Charlie in the. I'm excited to watch Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory, the musical. Out there. I'm hoping it's good. As I said to watch SpongeBob SquarePants, the musical. So today I'm here with a video. Alright, so and use a book called Subscription. Subscription. I don't know what that is. So, by the way, let's go to back the video. Sorry. So, I'll get started. 3, 2, 1, and go. But I didn't do that.
Immediate tone setter. You realize this is going to be a very, very different take on the story. The echoey harp, the slow string buildup, the foggy visuals all create an element of mystery, while the violin screeches and pseudo voice synth add a strange quirkiness. Oh man, those string runs, creating a feeling of soaring anticipation. I don't care that Danny Elfman pretty much uses the same thing for Alice's theme. Danny Elfman is always a win. And there's the creepy Tim Burton we love. Oh, that downbeat with the children's voices. What an entrance. Unapologetically dark and twisted. As soon as the machines are shown, the music becomes far more industrial with heavier percussion. Very well done. Unlike the Stewart version, this is not a realistic depiction of a chocolate factory. But this is definitely what a child would think a chocolate factory is like. Child imagination win. Also, even as a kid, this score made me laugh. Why is the music so dark and tense? It's just chocolate moving upwards. But what do we expect from Tim Burton? Wouldn't have it any other way. Also, dang it, I'm really hungry for chocolate. Thanks a lot, movie. Plausible to implausible in an instant. This is probably how a child would think they air out the chocolate. I'll see myself out. Okay, setting up the golden tickets. Love their sleek, perfect design. Also, the design of the Wonka bars. Very 50s, bright, simple, yet elegant and inviting. Any kid would love to purchase one of these. Tinted windows, so no one can see that the people driving are actually Oompa Loompas. Little details like that make the story a little more airtight. Freddie Highmore as Charlie Bucket. You look at this kid's face and it just oozes wonder and happiness. Great casting.
Freddie Highmore.
Oh, this is so pretty. Just that soft, warm winter glow in industrial Britain, like something out of a Christmas card. Well done. Helena Bonham Carter in one of her more normal roles as Charlie's mother. Not complaining. Helena Bonham Carter is always a win. Gorgeous. Silent jokes in the set design. Quirky, yet a touch of realism. Also, including the dad this time. Adaptation win. The decrepit state of the Bucket's house. Looks like it could fall apart at any moment, yet it still looks sincere, warm, and inviting. Like the Buckets themselves. Symbolism win. Also, apparently the Bucket's house was also based off of Roald Dahl's famed writing shed. When Tim Burton decided that would be the inspiration for the Bucket's house, this was the moment that Lissy Dahl knew the movie would be in good hands, because it was apparently supposed to be like that. Great artists think alike, I guess.
What did it say?
Mind meld win?
No.
Don't suppose there's anything extra to put in. Oh well, nothing goes better with cabbage than cabbage.
Cooking lessons. Also, Charlie doing homework.
Cooking lessons.
While I will miss the teacher as he's one of my favorite characters from the Stewart version, it keeps the focus on Charlie and his family for this first part as we're getting to know the characters. Charlie's father works at a toothpaste factory. Irony and backstory win. Also, Charlie has hobbies. Fan's got a fan, am I right?
Backstory.
I
I don't know
saw
about
Willy
that.
Wonka with my own two eyes. I used to work for him, you know.
Adding a personal connection between Grandpa Joe and the chocolate factory. This makes him being the one to go even more personal and fitting. I mean, the original Grandpa Joe was fun in a stubborn sense, but here it feels like he has a reason for being there and a reason why he knows so much about the factory. Such a small change, but one that adds so much.
I was a much younger man in those days.
For a while, I puzzled as to why they
What's
didn't go with
happening,
this
dude?
design for Willy Wonka. It still looks quirky, yet relatively normal, and didn't have the goofy haircut. But then you think about how he locked himself away
Wait,
for
is that
15
Willy
years with
Wonka?
no human contact. His fashion sense would go out the window. Reclusion does things to people. Realism win. The clear sky and bright lighting, symbolizing the bright and hopeful establishment of the factory. A far cry from the snowy and fog-covered factory of the present, symbolizing secrecy and darkness, and also implying something went horribly wrong. Symbolism and foreshadowing wins.
Grandpa, don't make it gross.
Yeah, you say that now. Also, not often we see older people kiss on screen. Love representation win. A pointless anecdote? Or a showcase straight out of the book of how big Willy Wonka's influence is? I think the latter.
The bricks were chocolate, and the cement holding it together was chocolate. All the walls and
Wait,
ceilings
if
were
this
made
place
chocolate
made of
as well.
chocolate?
Stop
Okay.
it moving!
Yeah, but it won't last long.
What?
You better start eating right now.
Let's go to the church.
Nonsense. I will not eat my palace. I intend to live in it.
Wanting to preserve art win. Also, wouldn't it be just like an
I
affluent
bet
prince
this
to
place
not
is made of
understand
chocolate.
reality?
That doesn't make sense now.
Hinduism acknowledgement win. The palace melting immediately before things start going wrong for Willy Wonka. Symbolism win. Actually showing
What
us
is
the
it?
secrets getting
What is
stolen
symbolism?
instead of only telling us. Show don't tell win. Ugh, this video just got 20% more Britishly terrifying. All the little fonts that each of these businesses have, they look like actual candy shops. Name choices aside.
I'm closing my chocolate factory forever. I'm sorry.
Oof, just how choked up he sounds during this.
Ah, yes, well, sometimes when grown-ups say forever, they mean a very long time.
Talking to kids in ways they'll understand. Parenting win.
Okay, it's a sense now.
Business.
Did you get your job back?
No one did.
Oof, I think you can taste the crushed dreams here.
Oh, look at that.
Or
Wow.
that might just be the cabbage soup.
But then, who's running the machines?
Nobody knows, Charlie.
Certainly is a mystery.
Even after the fantastical elements
Oh,
are
that
done, it
mystery.
still manages to build anticipation for the factory.
I'd give anything in the world just to go in one more time and see what's become of that amazing factory.
Man, doing such a good job not only making you want to see him go in, but making it so that he should go in from a story standpoint.
Nothing's impossible, Charlie.
Oh. Yeah, I know it's implied that she has dementia and it's played for laughs here, but I know people who have grandparents with dementia, and those moments of clarity that they have, their loved ones learn to treasure those, like here. Wholesomeness win. The music sounds a little sad, yet hopeful. Even though the buckets have nothing, they're still happy because they have each other. I saw this movie when I lived in Africa. Long story short, we can all learn from the buckets. Foreshadowing the Oompa Loompas' coordination and timing, plus the commitment to hiding their identities. The exaggerated caricatures of each locale. Yes, it plays on stereotypes, but it never comes
Oh my
across as
gosh,
offensive or
the crowd.
racist. Again,
Yeah,
it's
I'm
more like what a
scared to
child imagines each
I'm
place to be
scared.
like.
Balderdash. The kids are going to find the golden tickets are the ones who can afford to buy candy bars every day. Ah, Charlie, gets anyone here?
how's that one guy who's got to tell it to you straight?
Can you
Everyone
judge?
has a chance, Charlie.
Encouragement in the face of crushing reality win.
Can you
Mark my
judge
words.
Grandpa George?
Kid who finds the first ticket will be fat.
That's what I love about Grandpa George.
Fat,
He's not very
fat,
nice,
fat.
but he's almost never wrong. Oh my gosh. Augustus Gloop's design was lifted straight out of the words of the book. The picture showed a 9-year-old boy who was so enormously fat he looked as though he'd been blown up
Fat.
with a powerful pump. Great flabby folds of fat bulged out from every part of his body, and his face was like a monstrous ball of dough with 2 small, greedy, currenty eyes peering out upon the world. Costume design win.
I'm eating the Wonka bar, and I taste something that is not chocolate.
The actor who plays Augustus is named Philip Vigretz, and he was a trooper. Not only did he wear a fat suit, not
Philip
only did he have a
Blake-
fear of swimming
Blake-
that he powered through, but the boy didn't
I
even
think
speak
it's Luke.
English. This kid deserves all the wins.
What's Pringles?
No, we do that. Yeah, we do that. It's gonna be like. That means like it's gonna be August. It's gonna be August. It's gonna be like Mr. Gloop. It's gonna be like August Gloop. Maybe August Gloop. Burger Salt. Salad Burger Guard. Mac TV is on a bucket. As all of the movie is all about. What is wrong with you, buddy?
So I look and
A wonderful joke that's totally in character for Augustus. He can't hide a ticket in a chocolate bar and not expect this to happen at least once.
Now that they found one, things will really get crazy.
Yeah, Grandma Georgina knows what's up. Oh, heavens! I don't want to make fun of Julia Winters because she's a talented and nice actress, but gosh dang it, does she look the part! Also, a Veruca whose voice
Dang,
isn't turned up to 11
it
24/7.
isn't that
That's a
bad,
win for the
like,
relief
no.
on my ears. Another realism win. You're a miserable worker with bad pay and you've been shelling wrappers off candy bars for some rich guy's spoiled brat? I can't deny keeping the ticket wouldn't cross my mind.
Daddy, I want another pony.
Not even a
No.
thank you. Immediately I hate this kid. Hateable kid? Win?
I don't think that was really fair. She didn't find the ticket herself.
Establishing Charlie's morality. Also, ethics win.
Don't worry about it, Charlie. And no good ever comes from spoiling a child like that.
2 good life lessons from
It's
Grandpa
not-
Joe.
it's definitely
Sometimes
rich,
circumstances are
Grandpa Joe.
beyond your
We can
control
do
and
that.
you can't change them. And sometimes you just gotta let people's bad decisions ruin themselves. Passing on wisdom win.
Maybe we'll open your birthday present.
Oh, this family is so adorable! Especially the way they all crowd around Charlie in excitement.
Mm.
Grandpa George is my spirit animal.
And what?
Altogether, we're 381 years old. We don't wait.
Math win.
Grandma Georgina is his spay animal.
Man, everyone's disappointment. Even Grandpa George, the curmudgeonly realist who
That
said it
means,
wasn't
like,
going to happen, still looks
Grandma
crestfallen.
Georgina is
Not even an
not
I
his
told you
favorite
so
animal.
from him, even in his
It's like a
expression.
family of Salad Bucket.
It's my candy bar, and I'll do what I want with it.
This family's gonna kill me with kindness. You know what? Forget the chocolate. My glucose levels are gonna rise just by how sweet these guys are. Now, I've seen a lot of people make fun of this scene, but as a kid who grew up in a Christian home and saw this movie for the first time during a mission trip to Africa, I didn't see this as Jesus symbolism. It was just a kid doing something nice for the family that's so close and loves each other so much that they share all their ups and downs, and I appreciate that being shown so unapologetically here. Also, the scene was in the book. The only thing that they changed was that in the book, everyone felt too guilty to eat their pieces. Here it's a little more realistic. They actually eat it, but they still recognize how precious this gift is and
Oh,
take
that's
tiny,
sweet. Man, I like
deliberate
chocolate.
bites. Realism and faithfulness win.
I'm sick of this.
Resourcefulness win. Everything you need to know about Violet in one scene. She's here to kick butt and chew bubblegum. And she's never out of gum. Violet, to me, always seemed like a character that didn't have much of an identity in the original story. If you squint a bit, she's someone who has bad manners and is only described as beastly. Well, leave it to Tim Burton to take a concept so vague and flesh it out to a hilarious and relevant degree. Missy Pyle playing a soccer mom. Mwah, perfect casting.
Soccer mom.
Also, Mike TV's
I never did
update.
that.
I knew a lot of kids who got way too smart too fast due to access to better technology. They became resourceful and cunning, but very arrogant and developed stunted emotions. Update for Modern Audiences win.
Die, die, die!
I came here to
Oh,
have a good time, and
wow.
I'm feeling personally attacked.
I don't know. I hate chocolate.
Another realistic take on a modern, insufferable genius kid. Many times kids do these sorts of things not because they want to, they do it because they can. And because they can, therefore, they should.
Well, it's a good thing you're going
Can
to
you
a
stop
chocolate
his?
factory.
Can you stop saying
ungrateful
like?
little
Protecting childhood
They-
innocence and silent ranting, double win. I love how the rest of the family are so unfazed, like, yep, just another day.
Dad,
It's Charlie.
where are you at work?
Ooh, observant child win. And that single look from Mrs. Bucket, woof. Automation killing jobs. A huge talking point in politics right now. Harsh reality win. And a nice touch
Harsh
that something as
reality?
grand scale as this golden ticket hunt would have lasting damage,
don't think so.
other than morale.
Why, Mr. Bucket? My luck will change.
Still in this together. Relationship goals win. Grandpa Joe, still trying to make a kid's dream come true. Don't stop believing!
Okay, buddy, calm down a bit.
Old people. The dogs. People really underestimate the power of the unspoken joke. Tim Burton can do subtlety when he wants to. And, ooh, learning that his dreams are shot. After
I think
hearing your
what
father
was
got laid off,
common
that's
name
just adding insult to
if I can
injury.
say,
You
like,
can tell he's trying
oof.
very hard to keep it together.
That's
It's a
what makes
chocolate
it-
factory, it
That's
doesn't
what makes
matter.
it work
But you can tell he wanted it so badly. And he didn't have to spell it out and yell at his mom and have her sing a mopey dopey soliloquy. Sorry, just
I would
really not a fan of Cheer Up Charlie. Anyways,
Me too.
crushing childhood sadness depiction
cheer up, Charlie.
win. Just the way Charlie lights up as he picks up the dollar bill. That's more money than he's probably seen in his life. And like a normal kid, what's the first thing he does when he finds money on the ground? Buys something to make himself feel better. These signs in newspapers, hiding the reveal in the newspapers that's going to happen in 5 seconds. Also, walks in the countryside Thursday evening, encouraging outgoing activities win. And ASL lessons win. Those rascally Russians. So easy to make a joke here. Thanks for that tip.
1 minute. What is it? What's in ticket and fake? Still one good ticket left. Oh, it's gonna be like Charlie Bucket has one going. Oh yeah, assuming like it's Charlie Bucket is still one of Willy Wonka ticket. I'm so happy for Sally Pocket for getting Wonka ticket. Because why is still how does how does the newspaper for headlines if it says Watson ticket a fake? I don't think about Watson ticket is not fake. It's real. What's wrong with you? And it just is it's because a real Watson ticket, not Watson ticket a fake. Okay? And it's still one ticket, still one good ticket left. It's real. That means like Willy Wonka, we're talking Charlie Bucket for going ticket for each of the Saga Factory in first place. How am I able to win? Not I guess this group Virgo Soaked, Violet Beauregard, and Mike TV too.
And the look of disbelief on Charlie's face. No excitement, no smiles. Just his mind can't comprehend what he's seeing right there.
You found Wonka's last golden ticket. In my shop too.
Not only was this kid super lucky, but imagine the honor of being the one to
Is it
sell the
your
chocolate bar
shop?
that contained the last golden ticket. That shop just got free advertisement for life. Realistic ecstasy win.
Listen, I'll buy it from you.
A more realistic response to someone finding the ticket right then
Oh,
and there.
come on.
Seriously, with all the fuss they made in the original movie, kinda surprised no one tried to jump at the chance to take it from him when they were all singing his praises.
That's enough of that. Leave the kid alone.
Good guy shopkeeper!
Doesn't make
I
sense.
didn't even miss him got a golden ticket. That was just hilarious both in the book and here. Everyone's expressions and Grandpa Joe's complete lack of situational awareness just sell it.
Who is going with Charlie to the factory?
It's so weird seeing Helena Bonham Carter playing a calm voice of reason. Versatility.
I take him. You leave it to me.
How about you, dear?
Even the voice of reason gets a good zinger.
See,
The
no?
woman offered me $500
It's a
for the
book.
ticket.
It's been always
But someone else
asked
would pay more.
in their letter.
Need the money more
But
than we
not
need the
see
chocolate.
in their
Wholesome
letter.
extortion win. And totally believable. If my family was on the brink of starvation, I'd do the exact same thing at that age. Kids do learn about sacrifice that young, or at least they should. Moving back to the
Never mind.
bed, his happiness drained. That is an ouch symbolism win. And everyone's expressions. Yeah, they all sort of agree with this. They do need the money and cannot live on chocolate alone. At the same time, though, you can feel the sadness that their own child has become so world weary in trying to make a grown up decision. Just, ouch!
Dummy would give this up for something as common as money. Are you a dummy?
That was actually a really profound
No,
speech. And the
I'm
fact that
not
it was
a
said by the
dummy.
grumpy
Grandpa
character
George.
really seals the deal. Realist with the heart of gold win. And as the captain in Wall-E said,
I don't want to survive. I want to live.
what's better,
Me
just
too.
getting by in a sterile, cabbage-filled
Doesn't
life
make
or
sense, but
experiencing the
Sally
very
is the
best life has to
secretary.
offer? Supportive parents win. I love Missy's expression here. Ugh,
Supportive
competition.
parents win.
Show don't tell win. The music here is just fantastic. The organ and chorus almost make you feel like you're entering a sacred cathedral. Oddly, that's kind of how the factory is designed. And it makes it so much of a mood whiplash when I watch this movie like 50 times and this scene still gets me every time. Everyone's expressions as well. Some are confused and some are delighted.
I'm not doing it. It's not fire.
That was unnecessary, traumatizing, and another complete 180. And just beautiful. So sublime. So good. And ain't that some foreshadowing for what they're about to experience?
I was worried it was getting a little dodgy in the middle part, but then that finale. Wow.
And a very
Wow.
unceremonious introduction for Willy Wonka. He just snuck into the line and everyone is totally caught off guard. In a similar way to how Gene Wilder's Wonka introduced himself as someone who couldn't fully be trusted, this Wonka is introduced as someone who surprises you at every corner and cares most about watching his own show. So, yeah, elephant in the room. This Wonka is not as charming or elegant as Gene Wilder, but it's honestly a more realistic take given his backstory. If you lock yourself in a factory with only yourself, your madness, your misanthropy, and candy-obsessed little people for company, you're not gonna turn out like a James Bond villain. You're gonna turn out like
Good morning, Starshine. The Earth says hello.
that. You're gonna turn out like that. Also, you're not gonna have a tan
Being
either.
like
You're gonna be
Big
pale like
Grandma.
that. Also, look at Grandpa Joe's expression. It's very quick and subtle, but Wonka's behavior is surprising for him. It might be because he's got rose-tinted goggles on of his time working for Wonka, but I think it's more likely that Wonka's psyche changed due to his time locked up in the factory. Cue cards. This is the most realistic depiction of an introvert forced on the stage.
shouldn't you be up there?
Well, I couldn't very well watch the show from up there, now could I, little girl?
Can you blame him? If I put all that together, I'd want to see it myself.
Were you one of those despicable spies who every day tried to steal my life's work and sell it to those parasitic copycat candy-making cats?
I hope so.
What?
Wonderful. Welcome back.
So you just... Then you just really work out religious Panistic copycatting candy making cats? What are you talking about? I'm so confused.
On the stage.
Then shouldn't you be up there?
Well, I couldn't very well watch the show from up there, now could I, little girl?
Can you blame him? If I put all that together, I'd want to see it myself.
Were you one of those despicable spies who every day tried to steal my life's work and sell it to those parasitic copycat candy-making cats?
I hope so.
Yeah, that's what I said. I'm so confused about Willy Wonka, but Kim saying like for the about COVID-19. Like for catching cats and also why are the thieves? Oh, the sneaky thief little boy.
Wonderful. Welcome back.
Yeah, you can tell the thievery really left him with some bruises. Also, maybe an indication that he feels a little bad for punishing everyone for some bad apples. It is a little
Yeah.
weird that he's only going on
It is
Joe's
like a
word for
creepy
that.
episode
Guess
because
Joe had a
of
reputation as an honest worker, and Willie knew he could ask up front about it.
Don't you want to know our names?
Can't imagine how it would matter.
A lot of people misinterpret this
Yeah,
line.
it's actually
It's a
going,
double negative. He's
I guess
messing
it's
with them.
blue.
And that's kind of a theme
Episodes
throughout the whole factory
followed by
state.
God,
He's testing them with
Night TV,
weirdness to
and
see who's
Telebucket.
worthy.
And the parents.
Just drop your coats anywhere.
Yeah, a guy who doesn't have many visitors probably wouldn't be conscientious enough to make coat hangers. No human contact for a while, and we didn't see a lot of loving hugs from that future flashback. Plus, it's funny for us since we already know how terrible she is.
Mr. Wonka, I'm Val Boga.
Oh yeah, he's already written her off as
Oh.
Loompa fodder.
I always thought a verruca was a type of wart you got on the bottom of your foot.
Checks out. A verruca is that very kind of wart. Biology lessons.
I love your chocolate.
I can see that.
Dang, Wonka's casting more shade than
I like
Augustus
his chocolate.
Shadow.
I see that.
You're my TV. You're the little devil who cracked the system.
Oh yeah, you bet that Wonka would know the kid who pretty much
My
cheated
TV,
by
I got
name.
you.
And Wonka's flashbacks.
in
Very
Iron Man
realistic
Buffalo
depiction.
Websy
As someone who suffers from
from
flashbacks, I
Flashback
really
Flashbacks.
appreciate this. My wife, bless her, understands that I don't really have control over it and knows that I'm not intentionally ignoring her and asks me if I'm okay sharing them. Flashbacks and dementia. Mental health representation win.
Would you like some chocolate? Sure. Then you should have brought some.
Sure, overeating is one thing, but eating a lot isn't necessarily a bad thing. It's gluttony that's the problem. Taking more than you need for that fleeting satisfaction. Good job making us want this kid to die first.
Let's be friends. Best friends.
Wife has confirmed there are girl friendships like this. There are a lot of realism wins on this video. Huh. Also, keep your enemies closer win. Optical
What about you
illusions.
keeping
People really
yourself?
underestimate the power of the unspoken joke.
House Burger and
And
Fallon.
this set, 90% of what you're
Oh.
seeing here is real.
Oh my
The
goodness.
grass, the trees, the river,
I
the
am dying
plants,
for this.
all real. Also feels a little smaller than the previous version, more personal. Augustus' face, he's about to have a heart attack. He even drops his candy bar. He steps on the candy bar.
What is he dying for loving you with this?
Even I'm eatable. But that is called cannibalism, my dear children, and is in fact frowned upon in most societies.
One of the most quotable lines from the movie. Cultural studies win.
Enjoy.
does. This just cracks me up. He's like a little kid at a candy shop. Oh. Also, Wonka's projecting daddy issues.
Because then I wouldn't be a champion. I'd be a loser, like you.
That's something I really appreciate about this version. The previous kids were just mildly annoying brats. You actually hate these kids, so when they get their comeuppance, there's less of an awkward, did they really deserve that? Then we get to the Oompa Loompas, all played by Deep Roy. This guy literally did the work of 10,000 men. All those Deep Roys you're seeing, he filmed for each individual shot. They could have filmed him once and green screened it all over the scene, but no, they went the extra mile. Cinema magic win. Also, he told people he's not a great dancer, but he learned anyway. What a trooper.
Mr. Wonka, I teach high school geography, and I'm here to tell
Well,
you...
then you'll know all about it and know what a terrible country it is.
Oh my goodness. What's this happening to Augustus? What's this happening to August is blue? What is happening? What is it about way because it's well think you know all about it and know what a terrible country is. Excuse me. I live here, okay? What do I know is this such for running mouth about of the place of this country, man. I know exactly I'm here and this is my house. I could not to live here. I moved 2 months ago. Can you stop with shout and mouth up and mumble my mic? What is wrong with Wugga Wugga, man? I don't like it.
Wonka's not having any of your nonsense, Mr. Expert. He almost died. Also,
What?
high school
He almost
geography,
died.
Wonka's right to dismiss you. Not many people appreciated this flashback because they prefer to keep Oompa Land in their imaginations. But really, it's another good example of show, don't tell. Robot Chicken, of all places, actually pointed this out, but for all we know, Wilder Wonka could have just been lying through his teeth and kidnapped all the Loompas. We get to see it happen instead of taking it at Wilder's word, who is an actor-described liar. Also, good on Depp for toning down the confident swordplay from Pirates. Versatility win.
I went to Loompa Land looking for exotic new flavors for candy.
They added a reason for him to be there. Such a great addition. And only in Wonka's twisted mind would this seem like a good idea, both being there and licking bug guts. Ugh. Even Willy Wonka knows that if you don't eat another culture's food, it's a great insult. And despite how disgusting it looks, he powers through it. Politeness win. Sign language joke win. Augustus falling in physically hurt Wonka. Priorities win. I love the way Augustus gets sucked into the tube. It's a lot more of a spectacle.
Win.
And how do we compete with the earworm Oompa Loompa songs from the original? Actually take the lyrics from the book.
I do say that all seemed rather rehearsed.
Shh, he's onto me.
I wouldn't allow it.
If there flies like I kept
Augustus
saying
flavored chocolate coated blue.
afterwards.
Ew. No one would mind.
Wonka gives no darns. There's a little bit of G. Wilder in him. Wakanda forever! Wakanda forever? I'll see myself out.
Is it Black Panther
Chewing gum
reference?
is really gross. Chewing gum I hate the most.
We all know Wonka's BSing the song explanation at this point, but hey, he's selling it with confidence, and confidence is key.
The Oompa Loompas really joking.
Of course they're joking. That boy will be fine.
Protecting childhood innocence win. Makes me wonder how the Santa isn't real phase goes.
This group is not fine.
That triggers the release of
It says it's only in the first
gives
one.
one the feeling of being in love.
And we're like, he's could die in front.
The look of absolute disgust on Wonka's face. Being proven right immediately win.
Try some of this, it'll do you good. You look starved to death.
Aw, see, he's not completely emotionally stunted, just a little off his rocker. Compassion win.
By the way, no other factory in the world.
You already said that.
Oh, I relate to that so hard. I accidentally tell people things twice because I forget I did, and I make myself look dumb. Relatability win. And even after that, he tries to save face and
I was never as short as you.
You were once.
Was not.
makes himself look dumber. Relatability win. And Wonka backstory. To be honest, the book itself is really short, and this little addition was given a thumbs up by Lissy Dahl. Delving deeper win. Just this one image explains everything about Wonka. Also,
my
Burton
goodness.
apparently had to do something
What is
similar as a
happening to
child.
him?
Ah, explains a
That
lot.
was creepy.
Christopher Lee is always a win. Rest in peace.
That's what we do.
He says these candy names with such malice. Wonder what he'd be like during Easter. Jelly beans, marshmallow peeps, egg-shaped whoppers. Sorry, where was I? Oh, yeah, making the happy sound scary. Win? Yep, there's Dracula. Yeah, this
Yes, not
father
Dracula.
obviously loves Willie and wants to take care of him, but smothers him. Loving parents attempt win. That dead look in Willie's eyes, that is not a happy child. Sympathy win.
Switch on the lights.
Oh man, this shot gives me vertigo every
Oh
time.
my goodness.
Feels like being on a
This is
roller coaster.
crazy.
Why is this not a roller coaster yet? And I
It
know
is not-
people love to death the Nightmare Tunnel from the original, but
It is
seems like we
not
just
roller
finished
coaster
watching
yet.
some of Wonka's childhood, which itself is kind
It
of a
says
nightmare. I'd say
both.
that balances it out.
Let's just see it coming.
Whipped cream.
Precisely. How?
Oh, I don't want to win animal abuse
I
nor
like
a
whipped
pun,
cream.
but gosh darn it, that is what a kid would think. Now I shouldn't have to think about what he'd do with half and half. And the inventing room. Like what a child would imagine a mad scientist lab would look like.
These are
Oh, would you
everlasting
like it if anything
dumpstones.
was?
They're for children who are given very little allowance money.
Again, Wonka does have compassion. He's just weird about it. There are other candies in the book that didn't quite make the cut, like the spotty powder, which allows you to fake being sick. Okay, maybe not that one. In any case,
Wait a minute. What are you saying? Your feelings, she screamed. I know your tricks. You're putting them into powder. Hey, 2 minutes. My darling Montoya will come pouring out of one of those triple pipes. And so with my husband. Of course, said Master Rogo. This forever mine would be. I didn't know that about this just though.
okay, maybe not that one. In any case, this isn't much of a wise business decision, selling someone something that essentially never runs out. Sacrifice and compassion wins. And mom judgment. Violet's not getting into Wonka's good graces, and that's gonna cause her to try harder. Much harder. To her detriment.
Well, beatniks for one, folk singers and motorbike riders. You know, all those hip, jazzy, super cool, neat, keen, and groovy cats. It's in the fridge, Daddy-O. Are you hep to the jive? Can you dig what I'm laying down? I knew that you could.
This is exactly
brother.
How do you do, fellow kids? Do you want to go skateboards? He's so out of touch and I love it. That sound effect was perfectly timed. You could totally blame the background for it. Well done.
This gun is a full 3-course dinner all by itself.
Why would anyone want that?
He really hoped that people would suspend their disbelief that he wasn't all prepared. Again, totally relatable.
I'd rather you didn't. There's still one or two things that are...
Yeah, even though Wonka knew this would happen, he still finds it grotesque and would prefer not to watch it, and he gave her more chances. Grace win. And Veruca seeing exactly where this is going. Yep, you're gone next, girl. Nice knowing you. Genre's having this win. And the transformation scene. They don't even try to hide how horrifying this is. We also got to see everything turn blue, including her irises. Also, the reason her clothes didn't rip is because the blueberry juice leaked onto them and affected them.
Blueberry.
But I can't have a blueberry as a daughter. How is she supposed to compete?
You could put her in a county fair.
That is the best joke in the movie.
Part of it.
Made even better by Wonka
As a
taking it
music,
100% seriously. And this song, in my opinion, the second best Oompa Loompa song. It's got such a fun beat and great choreography. I love how it matches the background too. And a blue Oompa Loompa, likely post-juice. Easter egg win.
Wow. Okay, first part one. So I can leave in part two of Sally is a Chocolate Factory. Okay. Alright guys, nice to be into everything great about Sally in the Chocolate Factory. Part one. So let's do part two of Charlie is a Chocolate Factory. So that's what you guys say next video. And next video is gonna be called Alright, so the next video is gonna be called is what's it called again? Good Burger. Oh yeah, my other part. So let's do so the next video is gonna be called Everything Great About Good Burger movie. So I just did a reaction to Good Burger movie in Netflix. So yeah. Thanks for watching guys, see you next video. So let's do I need to smack the like button, subscribe, and the key symbol, and the key symbol too. And more videos of let's go to the version of my video. And firstly, and one more thing to tell you guys. I'm not doing this creepypasta bullshit story. Nope. I'm not doing Willy Wonka by tape. Toy Story 3 Afternoon Eating and what else about again? I don't know. Alright, so that's you guys in this video. Bye guys, bye, love you.